Evening folks, welcome back. It's been a minute, but here I am with another little time video. It's a time video I've debated doing, not because of any secrets, but simply because it's such a simple fly to tie. It hardly warranted a video, but this little fly here, this little hothead, has been bringing me and my clients some great success at Grapham over the last 6 weeks. We've been particularly picking up big fish with it, particularly what I would say were fry feeders or fish sort of concentrating on perch fry or zander fry. It's a little bit smaller than your average snake. It's quite a bit smaller than the average snake. It still has the same allure. It's just a hothead olive lure, but what I think makes it is this stuff here. This body material, this hackle material here. This is a straggle fritz from Ben at Upavon. This is the Camo straggle fritz, and in the water this creates a lovely profile, lovely silhouette in the water, and actually this camo effect becomes more pronounced under the water and almost has a striped, a barred effect. I think that's been the key to it, because these fish are eating a lot of small perch fry. I don't know what it is, but it's a very, very simple, very quick fly to tie. But we've been catching some really good fish at Grapham on it recently, so I thought I'd share it with you just nice and quickly while I was tying a few up, just to replace the ones that we've used up over the weekend. So let's crack on with it. The hook in the vise for this particular one is a size 8 B175. You can use barbless alternative, whatever you like, and on that already, but on there, as you can see, I've already got a 3.2mm fluoro orange hothead bead. And this is a brass painted, so it gives you a little bit of weight, so it gives it that nice up and down, duck and dive sort of movement in the water. Thread, it just isn't that important, so I just use, I've got some of this bit of sort of light olivey, whatever you want to call this, tan thread that I've got lying around that needed using up, so I'm using that with it. So it's really just use a bit of thread up that you need to use up, because it all gets tucked around the straggle. You're not going to see it, so the first thing we're going to do is start bedding some of this time thread on, just to put us down a bed. As always, if you enjoy the videos, please click like, click subscribe. I will certainly try to get a few more done over the next few weeks and few months for you. And I've been a little bit lax, but loads going on, all good. Always good to be busy, but we should certainly make the effort to get some fishing videos done as well, so I really enjoy doing those. Right, so you've got your bed of thread down now. The tail for this, as you can see, is just a medium olive marabou. We're going to take quite a generous pinch of this, because that is where all your movement comes from. As I say, it's got the same sort of allure as a snake, but it's not as big as a snake. And I think with Grapham and Rutland and other places being so busy this year, so I'm looking for quite a big hank of that there. Being so busy this year because of the demise of a couple of other lakes, or a few other lakes being put on hold. The fish are seeing a lot more. Also, you've got to remember that these lakes are crystal clear now, so the start of this autumn campaign, the olive snakes were doing well, and then we went to mini snakes, and then the mini snakes just started getting follows, and now gone down to these little hotheads. So I've got a little pinch there. I want it to be about 3 times the length of the hook. Okay, so I'm just going to trim that down there, take off the fuzzy rubbish at the top here, and then just offer that up to the hook and straight over with it. Nice and easy. It really is a super quick tie, this. This is a fly you can tie. It doesn't matter what your ability as a fly tie. In fact, it's probably a pretty good lure to start with. We've all got these olive hothead lures. There's nothing new about these. I'm not reinventing the wheel. We've all got these olive lures and black lures and hothead lures. They've been around for donkey's years, absolutely ages, since we started using these red beads. But I think, as I say, this next stage is the bit that for me seem to make a difference, and it just looks great in the water, this stuff. So this is the Upavon fritz. This is the Upavon Camo straggle fritz, and this particular stuff is 8mm. You'll find it on the website. I haven't got a packet to show you, because this was the original prototype sample that Ben sent me a year or so ago, when I first started using this, before it went in production. So we're just going to strip back a little bit at the end now, just to give yourself a bit of bare core there, and catch that in at the back here, nice and tight, and then just work your thread all the way forward to the head. And then it's just a case of back wrapping this all the way up to the head, nice tight turns, so you create this nice body it keeps its bulk even when it's wet, this fly, and I think that helps to give that profile of the perch fry that these fish are definitely feeding on. You can see them in the water chasing perch fry around. It works particularly well up around the shallows and around the edges and on the drop-offs. We've been fishing this, or the way I like to fish this is as a single fly, 12-foot leader of 8-pound fluoro. Okay, the Witchwood lure mode is perfect for it, and on a floater or on a fast intermediate, depending on where the fish happen to be sitting on the day, and by that I mean what depth they happen to be cruising at. Some days a floater's all you need, and other days, like yesterday for example, we went down to a fast intermediate to great success with this. And for me, the best retrieve for this, the one I love, is just a steady roly-poly. Nothing too mad, just a nice steady roly-poly all the way back to the boat, and hang it. Don't forget to hang them. I know they're lures. It doesn't mean you any different rules to any other kind of flies. You hang these right at the boat, because so many fish are following these back to the boat, and so many fish are just attacking them as they stop. But whatever it is about this fly, it might be how we're fishing it, it might be where we're fishing it, but I've been pulling some big fish up yesterday in this last 6 weeks. Right, that's wrapped all the way up to there. I can't get any more than that on there. That's got a lovely shape to it now, so all I'm going to do is catch that off with my thread, wrap the thread round, bring that up in front of the fritz, tie it down, whip finish. So it's really, without me talking, this really is a minute and a half to tie this fly. It is so quick, and you can vary the colours, do whatever you like, and this is just a generic hothead pattern. Using this material, this Upavon Camo fritz, it's been brilliant. So just trim that off behind the head there, and look, that couldn't be easier. And then all we're going to do, of course, is we're just going to fix that off with a little bit of varnish there. Just going to put a little dab of varnish on there just to secure the thread, to make it absolutely bomb proof, because this is going to go through a fair bit of trauma. I hope it's going to get attacked by a fish. There we go. Okay, so yeah, 12-foot 8-pound fluoro. I wouldn't go any heavier personally. You don't need to. One, if you're using a single fly, it's all nice clear water in the lakes at the moment, and two, it being it is very, very clear water, the fish can see your fluoro, so just bear that in mind when you're using these flies and when you're setting up. But you've got no knots and no droppers to worry about, so no weak points. But that fished around Grapham at the moment, just in and out the bays, along the points, all up against the dam wall, has been producing some really good fish. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's a quick tie. As I say, it's nothing new, but it's just a variation on the theme. Please click like, click subscribe, and I'll get back to you soon. Thanks very much. Bye bye.